Hello, Mass Attacks here and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to have a look at a battle from the Tier 7 American medium tank, the T20. And as always, before we get into the action, I'll show you my crew and equipment that I'm using on this tank. Crew on this tank aren't too bad, they're all onto the 3rd skill. The equipment that I use on this, in the special mobility slot, I'm using vents, then I'm using gun rammer and coated optics. So let's have a look at the battle. Today I've got a desert map, El Halouf, and it's an encounter battle, which means both teams are attacking the same base. And I've got the 4-5-6 matchmaking and a middle tier today. So I want to head up to the hill. I always go there in a medium tank, it's the best place for them I find. When I started playing World of Tanks, I started up the American lines, so it was a long time ago when I played this T20 and I'd seen it in battle and it looked quite a good tank, so I thought I was going to repurchase it, so I did. And what I found is this is a really good little tank. I obviously didn't appreciate it back in the day when I first started playing this and I got to this tank, because I would have kept it if I did. It must have been about 6 years ago when I had this tank and I wouldn't have knew anything how to play, so I would have just been dying straight away because the armor isn't anything special on this tank, and I wouldn't appreciate it, the 10 degrees of gun depression you get with this. You also get a decent gun. It's a 90mm on this, which is really nice at tier 7 on a medium tank. Also get quite decent mobility, and my view range with my crew and equipment is 476 meters, so I quite like everything about this tank. The only downside to this tank that I can find is its armor. If the turret was a lot stronger and you could bounce shots and play a hull down, this tank would be unstoppable for me. So I'm positioned on the hill, on this ridge where I wanted to be, is our Libertier. See if I can get one in the side. I'll try and take his track off. I penetrated and took his track off, which is good. Hope to get some assistance. Try and do the same again, and I did. Yet again, there's our artillery. This is a big tank for us to take out. See if I can get him again. I've taken a shot, tracked him there, penetrated as well. I wasn't sure if I penetrated, and he's been taken out, so that's a fantastic tank to get taken out this early. Tried a snapshot there, it didn't work. I am a little concerned being in this corner because we have a defender, and for some reason he's at the other side of the map near the coast with the IS-3, so I'm not sure what they're thinking of doing over there. I'm thinking about popping down into the little valley with the T-34-85, but it can be a risky play this. I am going to see if I can get the OI, which is Captain. There he is, he's looking at us. I'll take him out before he can fire at me. Now dropping into this valley could be a dodgy player. There's nothing on the top where I was to support us, so hopefully nothing's going to push round the back of us. So I'm going to crest up this ridge, up this hill, and see what I can do. And now I'm behind the VK-36, pulling back after I've fired. If we take this VK-36 out, then my heavies can push to that corner, then I'll not have to be concerned about the tanks that's just to my left. So I get a second shot into him, pull back so he can't fire at me. Just having a look behind us, check that's okay. Dodgy leaving me rear unguarded. The artillery's just hit us and tracked us. I used my repair kit and my first aid kit, then snuck a shot into the 34-100. He's not focusing on me. Tried to get a second one in, but hit his gun mantled, so that didn't penetrate. So I'm just cresting, using me 10 degrees gun depression. Did take a shot there, bounced that shot, so I'll let him fall back there. So I'll tell you the stats about this gun. As I say, it's a 90mm gun with 10 degrees of gun depression. You get 160mm penetration with 240 alpha damage. So I've gotten a shot in the 34-100, dodged his shot. There's another one, pull him back, try to play a hull down. Not sure why he hasn't fired. He's been stunned by the artillery and I've taken him out. So pushing forward, now I'll be behind the Tiger. Hopefully he doesn't know that I'm pushing round. And there's the rear of him, one shot in, pull back. Is he focusing on me? He's not. Easy second shot into him, pull back again just in case he turns his turret. Can I get to finish him off? It looks like it. And he's finished off. So back to the gun. With my crew and equipment, I've got a reload time of 7.73 seconds, which gives us a DPM of 1864. I've got an aim time of 2.1 seconds and my dispersion is 0.35, which isn't fantastic, but it's not too bad. It's just in the middle. So there's a 40 TP, zooming in, make sure I hit. Did get lit off him, but finished him off. 4th kill. So I'm going to keep on pushing. 2 artillery here, and both hitters. I haven't managed to light any of them up, but I know where the GW Panther is. There he is, zooming in, and there's the dispersion. Hit the ridge. I did get some of the assistance for that though, and I know the other artillery's up on the back hill. So I'm going to keep on pushing, and while I do, I'll tell you about the armour on this tank. On the front of the hull, you get 64mm of armour, 51mm of armour on the side, 38 on the rear, which isn't nothing special. You're not going to bounce that many shots off that. And then the turret armour, you do get 89mm on the front. You will bounce the odd shot off that. And then you get 64mm on the side and rear. Another thing about this tank is its mobility that I really like. You get 56 kilometers an hour going forward, and then you get 20 kilometers an hour in reverse, which is really good to get back over the ridges. And as you can see, it is quite mobile, this tank. So I'm looking for the last tank, last 2 tanks. There's an artillery. Zoom in, 1 shot into him. I don't know why he's trying to get up that hill, you can't get up. Am I going to reload in time to get to take him out? And yes, I did. And Super Hellcat has been taken out as well. Let's have a quick look at the stats. Was a Masters, here's tank reward, and we got the high caliber for our 3,254 damage with 795 assist. Top of the tree for XP with a base XP of 1456. Top for damage. We made 41,000 credits plus 5,460 XP. That's due to a personal reserve bonus and award for the first victory each day, which was at ×2. I'd like to thank you for watching today's battle. I hope you enjoyed it. If you've got this tank and you're also enjoying it, please let us know. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. There's a little icon in the bottom right hand corner. And if you have any feedback, please could you leave it via the thumbs buttons in the comment section below. Cheers.